are on our way to the North Macedonian embassy in Ukraine, hoping that we can get a visa there, because they don't have an embassy in South Africa. We don't know if they're open because it's locked down, but they're not answering their phones. So we just came from the North Macedonia embassy and they were not open. At least we now know where they are.
So on the way back, we stopped at the Motherland Monument. There's also a museum which was closed due to lockdown. So why all of the war equipment? Well, Ukraine has always been a very sought after country to control. It's been under the control of the Mongolian Empire, Byzantine Empire, Austrian Empire, Ottoman Empire, Polish Empire, Russian Empire, and the Soviet Union. But why does everybody want a part of Ukraine? Well, it has a very strategic location, as it's on the crossroads of major transportation routes, one from Europe to Asia, and another from the Scandinavian states to the Mediterranean region. It also separates Europe with Russia and Asia, and that's why Russia just can't let go.
We haven't had the most successful day. Not allowed to have a camera at the Motherland, and most of the things are closed with the lockdown, so you can't go to the museums. Embassy was closed for North Macedonia, but we just got tickets to see something really amazing.
Kiev Pechersk Lavra, a very large monastery complex. Underneath the church there's catacombs, where old monks were buried without being embalmed, and to this day their bodies are in near perfect condition. It's believed that they were really, truly holy people.
What did we learn? You don't drive 5 o'clock in Kiev.
So a lot of online chats, you can only communicate in the country's native language. So with North Macedonia, they would send me a message, I would put it into Google Translate, I would read it, I would type my message back into Google Translate, and then I will send it to them. And we got an appointment for Thursday at 11 a.m. to come with all of our documents.
Another day, another visa. We have to go get visa photos taken because I left the ones we had at home. So we have to go get new photos taken and get all the documents printed so we can go apply for the visa for North Macedonia tomorrow morning. It's freezing, it just snowed a bit, doesn't look like it, but I promise it did. Can't find it in the metro. Sometimes very hard to navigate when you can't understand the language. Nobody speaks, well, almost no one speaks English. And it's very cold and it's raining. So now we're going to try a different one. This is fun.
Yes, ma'am. It's in the time frame.
I think we found a place. We got visa photos, documents printed. They better be there tomorrow at the Macedonian embassy at 11, and I hope they give us a visa, otherwise we're gonna be very sad after all of this. This is our second attempt at getting visas for North Macedonia. It takes about 5 days, and if we don't get it today, in 5 days we won't be in Kiev anymore. Kyiv will be in Lviv. So today's our last chance to get visas for North Macedonia. So we are leaving the North Macedonian embassy after 2 hours. Everything else was quite quick, but they wanted cash in euros, and Ukraine doesn't work in euros, so Jared had to go find euros,
That's the one I went to.
and it didn't work.
No, but I had to go get cash to use that one. They couldn't do it off the card, but they couldn't draw. You can't draw cash though. So this is like that's the one they were telling us, like euro exchange basically, but then you need cash, and then I couldn't get cash from the other bank because you have to have a bank card to get cash.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't use a bank card. You need to be like registered to get cash. Whereas there's no other ATM here.
He had to open a bank account in order to get euros. Mother Teresa was born in Macedonia.
How are you reading?
Yeah, she brought me books to read.
Really?
Yeah. They used to be big, and then because of all the wars, all the countries started taking parts of them. So Greece took a part, Albania took a part, and Turkey took a part. Country with the B, Bulgaria.
Okay. So everyone took parts of their country.
All took parts of the country. That's why they're so small now. Like 2 hours yesterday after we got home, they were like, come tomorrow at 12. Waited for an hour and a half because their system went down. We got our visas, we can finally go to North Macedonia.
If you enjoyed watching it, please subscribe to see what happens next week in Chernobyl.